For 50 years, Arctic has taken your adrenaline to places it's never been. And by innovating, re-innovating, and innovating some more, we've once again hit on something big, something you've waited your whole life to ride. Introducing the next species of CAD, the Pro-Cross and the Pro-Climb chassis. So climb on, give the throttle a punch, and get ready to experience the power, style, and overall awesomeness of our crowning achievement, the all-new Pro-Cross and Pro-Climb chassis. The mission behind our new chassis was simple: to create the kind of sled that we've all spent years dreaming about. Sleek styling that screams, "Get out of my way," and one that rides as fast as it looks. Thousands of sketches later, our engineers drew up something groundbreaking, the kind of thing that'll make your jaw hit the snow. The all-new Pro-Cross chassis. Its breakthrough performance that comes from unparalleled handling and an overall smoother ride. The chassis is where the Pro-Cross story begins. The design is stronger, yet lighter, which makes the sled faster, more durable, and easier to maneuver. Fewer components provide a tighter, more precise feel that leads to more predictability and easier handling. Perfect for ditch banging with the F model, or for doing a bit of everything with the longer track XF. The triangulated upper spar assembly of the Pro-Cross chassis is the best of both the proven twin spar chassis and our dominating race-proven chassis. The same one that's been to more podiums than any other manufacturer. The result is that the Pro-Cross is stronger and lighter. 30-degree suspension attachment points are geometrically triangulated to provide increased strength and create a swept-back attachment point that gives you a better nose angle, which prevents your sled from diving too much into any ruts or holes you may find. Introducing the Arctic Race Suspension. Let's start with the all-new tall spindles. These tough guys are made from one piece of forged aluminum, which makes them lighter than previous multi-part steel designs. And the Arctic Race Suspension's wider A-arm spacing reduces leverage on upper A-arm components, allowing them to be, you guessed it, lighter. Also, that extra distance in the spindle allows the lower A-arm to absorb more force and lower the center of gravity. What's more, the unique ball joint design provides fewer friction points, which gives you tighter, more precise steering. The all-new Arctic Race Suspension delivers the most predictable precision ride, handling, and cornering in the industry. The ski's angles or camber adjust when turning, allowing the ski keels to remain in contact with the trail, which means you'll be able to turn naturally and confidently through the corner. On the Pro-Cross, the shocks are aligned with the front spars to transfer the impact force to the upper spar assembly for a rigid connection without unwanted bounce back. So in other words, you'll just leave them in your dust. Since we're upping the ante on the rest of the sled, the tunnel is no different. The all-new tunnel has a tapered design that conforms to your leg's natural position. This allows for better body control and an overall more comfortable ride for both stand-up and sit-down riding. And thanks to a new stamped two-piece design, the tunnel is not only lighter, but also stronger. Also, the new wider running boards provide better foot traction. The skid frame's lighter weight makes the sled faster and more nimble. At the same time, it's stronger. Lightweight and durable, the best of both worlds. Yeah, good luck with that one, trails. And depending on which model you ride, the track plays a bigger role. The F models come with the 128-inch track for ditch banging and trail dominating. The XF models sport the longer 141-inch Cobra track with deeper lugs that make it easier to carve your name in the powder, trail, or wherever you ride. The Procross comes with proven Arctic Cat power in either a 4-stroke or 2-stroke engine. For 4-stroke, check out the 1100 EFI with 123 horsepower. This engineering marvel features 600 class horsepower with the low maintenance and clean burning benefits of a 4-stroke engine. And for those seeking maximum horsepower and speed, check out the industry-leading 177 horsepower of the 1100 turbo 4-stroke engine. It's what powers the world's fastest snowmobile. For 2 strokes, the awesome 800 HO EFI engine is top-of-the-line performance, sporting horsepower that once again tops 160, the most in the industry. And that's not just us bragging. It's what the independent research firm Dynotech tells us. Last, but certainly not least, the engine is fed by cold air that enters through the intakes by the handlebars, which keeps the air clean and makes sure you don't suck in any powder. Then it travels towards the front of the sled before entering the engine. The design of the Procross drivetrain makes it lighter and faster than ever. New and improved chain case technology, aka the all-new Arctic drive system, featuring the torque control link, offers push-button reverse, even in 4 strokes that don't have engine reverse. This new system provides a wider distance between clutches, allowing the belt to cool properly. It's new and improved. So let's talk a little more about the new torque control link. This new innovation provides a rigid connection of the engine and drive and driven clutches. It maintains perfect belt tension and alignment, resulting in longer belt life and savings. And the left side of the jack shaft is rubber mounted along with the engine to allow for adequate vibration dissipation while keeping the system in alignment. The Arctic drive system shell is made of weight-saving magnesium that features an oil reservoir built into the exterior of the case, with a window to conveniently check the oil level. The automatic chain tensioner features a spring-loaded ratchet to advance the tensioner only when the chain is too loose to accommodate slight jack shaft movement. And in an efficient use of space and parts, the engine's oil reservoir is also connected. Developed on superbikes, the all-new industry-exclusive RMC brake system features a radial master cylinder. This system has a smaller piston that's perpendicular to the handlebars, with a longer brake handle. The rotor is 12% larger in diameter and 60% lighter. It's also designed to have less play and a more positive feedback feeling, all while providing very responsive braking in all conditions. Procross F, the next species of cat, hits the trail. Procross XF, ultimate performance for both trail and powder. Snow Pro 500. Turn it on and turn some heads. Our new Pro Climb chassis still has our engineers buzzing. And if the guys who invented it can't stop talking about it, imagine what you'll be like when you punch the throttle. Similar in sleek styling and innovation to the Pro Cross, the Pro Climb is a chassis all its own. Made for the mountains, the Pro Climb chassis is the ultimate in deep powder riding. One look at this powder-dominating chassis, and you'll swear off your old mountain sled for good. Built with fewer components than the previous M-Series models, the Pro Climb chassis handles as smooth as fresh mountain powder. It's got a real tight feel with more precise feedback. A vertical post and telescoping handlebars are available on the Snow Pro 800 two-stroke and the HCR. Speaking of the handlebar, it also rotates flat rather than up and down. And for those of you who prefer a conventional steering post, our other models have that covered. Take that, mountain. The Pro Climb chassis sports a triangulated upper spar assembly, which adds muscle while reducing weight. 30-degree suspension attachment points are geometrically triangulated to provide increased strength and to create a swept-back design that keeps the nose of your sled up when you hit a bump or hole. It isn't just the chassis of the Pro Climb that makes it awesome. Check out the all-new Arctic race suspension. The tall spindles are made from one piece of forged aluminum, which saves weight over previous multi-part steel designs. Wider A-arm spacing reduces force on upper A-arm components due to increasing the distance to the leverage point. And hey, in case you are too busy looking and not listening, all of this results in lighter weight without sacrificing strength. Awesome, indeed. Another thing, check out the all-new ball joint design. It's been restructured to give you tighter tolerances, which delivers more precise steering, leading to an overall more confident ride and unparalleled handling. And the shocks are aligned with the front spars to transfer the impact force to the upper spar assembly for a rigid connection without unwanted bounce back. Since we're going all in on the rest of the sled, the tunnel is no different. The all-new tunnel has a tapered design that conforms to your leg's natural position, which allows for better body control and an overall more comfortable ride while standing. Essentially, it creates more area for your feet. Its tapered cutout running boards make for easy side-hilling transitions and less snow buildup. And thanks to the stamped two-piece design, weight is reduced without sacrificing strength. The Pro Climb skid frame is longer than the Pro Cross. It's also designed to be lighter weight and make the sled faster and more nimble. Not only that, it's still stronger and more durable. The Pro Climb is outfitted with a Power Claw track, The same track that's been tested by some of the best mountain men out there. Available in 153 and 162-inch lengths with 2 1/4-inch paddles. So go ahead, show that smug mountain who can climb higher. The 1100 four-stroke engine features 123 600 class horsepower with the low maintenance and clean burning benefits of a four-stroke engine. And for those wanting to be the high mark champ, we've just introduced this to the mountains. Check out the industry-leading horsepower of the 1100 turbo four-stroke engine. It's the only stock turbo to brave the mountains, and it doesn't lose its 177 horsepower the higher you climb. For example, the Ski-Doo Summit 800 drops down to just 120 horsepower, or the Polaris RMK 800 with barely over 100 horsepower at 10,000 feet, or the, well, you get the drift. You can try adding an aftermarket turbo, but it's expensive and the warranty is nullified. Simply put, the Arctic Cat 1100 Turbo 4-stroke is the highest power-to-weight ratio production sled in the mountains. Checkmate. For two-stroke, the 800 HO also has industry-leading horsepower, topping the horsepower scales at over 160. And this isn't us bragging. This is according to the guys over at the independent research firm Dynotech. And what's more, the engine is fed by cold air that enters through intakes by the handlebars, which keeps the air clean and makes sure you don't suck in any powder. Then it travels towards the front of the sled before entering the engine. The design of the ProClimb's new drivetrain is lighter and faster than ever, which is why we return to the chain case design. The all-new Arctic drive system, featuring the all-new torque control link, is lighter, faster, and handles reverse like a champ, even in four-strokes that don't have engine reverse. The new drivetrain also allows for a larger driven clutch and longer clutch distance, which gives you even better belt performance since it allows the belt to cool properly between clutch contacts. The all-new torque control link is an industry first. It provides a rigid connection of the engine in drive and driven clutches. This rigid connection maintains perfect belt tension and alignment between the drive and driven clutches. Oh, and by the way, this means you won't have to replace your belt as often. The left side of the jack shaft is rubber mounted along with the engine to allow for adequate vibration dissipation while keeping the system in alignment. Want to check out the oil level? The ADS oil level window allows the rider to check it a whole lot easier. Made of weight-saving magnesium, it features an oil reservoir built into the exterior of the case. The automatic chain tensioner features a spring-loaded ratchet to advance the tensioner only when the chain is too loose to accommodate slight jackshaft movement. Developed on superbikes, the all-new industry-exclusive RMC brake system features a radial master cylinder. This system has a smaller piston that's perpendicular to the handlebars with a longer brake handle. The rotor is 12% larger in diameter and 60% lighter. It's also designed to have less play and a more positive feedback feeling, all while providing very responsive braking in all conditions. ProClimb M, a new generation of expert-grade mountain sleds. The Twin Spar is a rigid chassis, employing two-box aluminum spars with long-lasting strength thanks to its self-piercing rivet construction. The design of the Twin Spar chassis allows for a perfect neutral riding position with a taller seat and handlebar location, delivering ultimate riding comfort and control. Everyone says they've got the most comfortable this or the most luxury that. Well, we don't just say it, because when we say body-saving ride technology, we mean it. We mean less wear and tear on the body, absorbing every bump, and a commitment to comfort that allows you to ride much longer. You can thank the AWS front suspension and shocks in slide-action rear suspension for that. The F5 LXR and the TZ1 LXRs offer infinite rider positioning, or IRP. This gives any rider the ability to adjust the handlebars, and on the F5 LXR to modify the seat and footrests. Plus, riders will be comfortably positioned for better control while experiencing minimal fatigue and body stress. And on the 4-strokes, stay warm with industry-exclusive heated seats and passenger hand grips. Now that's comfort. Want some more comfort? Take the remote start for a spin and make sure your sled is nice and toasty warm when you roll out of bed. You know, it's not just us tooting our horn here. An independent study conducted by Wayne State University proved that Arctic Cat's body-saving ride delivers 20% less impact to a rider's body than the competition. But don't take their word for it. Jump on one and find out for yourself. Family Trail. Take on the great outdoors without breaking the bank. Snow Pro 120. This is where their passion begins. Touring. Take a luxury cruise down the trail. Bearcat. All work, all play, all versatility. Now that you've picked out what kind of chassis you'll take out there, It's time to choose your power plant. And whether you go 4-stroke or 2-stroke, you're going to get an engine that'll redefine the words power and performance. Let's start off with the 4-stroke. Now imagine you're the guy in this video blazing down the trails, flying up the mountain and through the powder. That's the 4-stroke engine at work, my friend. It's more fun than you ever thought possible. Check this out. The reduced weight and overall better design of our new chassis has taken the top-of-the-line 1100 4-stroke engine to new heights. In fact, you're not going to believe how much fun riding a 4-stroke is. 4-stroke technology provides a better fuel economy and burns no oil. This, coupled with unmatched durability, will ultimately help the engine last longer. The engine also has reduced sound and vibration, which makes the ride smoother and quieter. And the 1100 4-stroke sports 123 horsepower. Smooth EFI starts and proven Arctic Cat reliability. It'll have you happily shouting things we can't say here every time you hit the trail. What's that? You're looking for something insanely fast and awesome? Well, here you go. The 1100 Turbo is 177 horsepower fast. That's industry-leading horsepower fast. It's the kind of fast that made it the world's fastest snowmobile. And if that weren't enough, it's the only stock turbo available in a mountain sled. Other sleds lose horsepower the higher up they get. Not the 1100 Turbo. It's the only stock sled that won't lose any horsepower in the mountains. Looks like the king of the mountain is just a throttle punch away. Now, onto the 2-strokes. The 800 HO has a 794cc liquid-cooled 2-stroke laydown twin. That is exactly what you need if you're into top-of-the-line performance. The lightweight crankshaft makes your sled faster, while the battery-less EFI, APV valves, and an exhaust pipe temperature sensor, or EPTS, keep the engine running smooth. Boasting several cool features like push-button engine reverse and industry-leading horsepower. The 800 HO has been proven time after time on trails, hill climbs, and grass drags. This thing is definitely something your adrenaline is going to want to take out again and again. Built with 499 cc's of liquid-cooled EFI power, the 500 has been winning all sorts of races in the 85 horsepower class with the Snow Pro 500. The F5 LXR also features an ACT Diamond Drive with push-button reverse. The 570 is a 565cc fan-cooled twin featuring ACT Diamond Drive with push-button engine reverse. So whichever engine you choose, you'll have made the right choice indeed. Dominate. That's all these lords of the track know how to do. Snowcross, hill climb, ice oval, cross country, doesn't matter. Team Arctic rules it all with style. And by style, we mean our iron will to absolutely embarrass every other sled in sight. We got the right guys for the job, too. Guys like 2011 X Games Snowcross winner Tucker Hibbert, Eagle River World Champion PJ Wanderscheid, Ryan Simons, Chance Buckaloo, Dan Ebert, Kyle Tapio, DJ Ecker, and Brian Dick, winner of the I-500 and one of the engineers who helped design the Procross suspension. And those are just a few names from our domination-focused crew. To get a closer look at Team Arctic, just head to the finish line or head to arcticcat.com/Team Arctic. "50 years is a long time to be doing anything, especially making snowmobiles better than anyone else out there. And while we've been flying up and down the trails, ditches, and mountainsides, we've worn Arctic wear and souped up our sleds with awesome Arctic Cat accessories. We're talking cat to the core here. From jackets and helmets, to windscreens, ski loops, and everything in between. We've shared our passion with the rest of the world since the day we could ride. So to celebrate 50 years of kicking butt and looking good, we'll be rolling out several limited edition items for you to show off. We'll also have tons of Pro Cross and Pro Climb matching gear and accessories coming soon too. Want more? Check out our Arctic wear and accessories catalog at a dealer near you. Yeah, 50 years never looked this good.
Edgar Hateen had a dream, to build a machine that traveled across the snow on motorized power. In 1962, his company in Thief River Falls, Minnesota, built its first production Arctic Cat snowmobile. And so began a lifelong passion for legions of riders who found themselves hooked on both the sport of snowmobiling and the Arctic Cat brand. 50 years later, that love affair has produced a fiercely loyal group of sled owners and a company whose employees and dealers share the same crazy, unbridled passion for the sport and the products they build and sell. It's this passion that created countless innovations that helped revolutionize the sport of snowmobiling. This passion delivered many of the coolest, most memorable snowmobiles ever seen. All designed and built from snowmobile-loving people, many of whom became legends in the industry.
The North Country is a hard country, and it mothers a rugged breed. But just as you, he knows it's true. He knows he can count on the cat.
You know you can count on the cat.
No doubt, many of the most amazing sleds ever produced were black and green. The first great cat, however, was actually red. The 1962 Model 100, or the Tin Lizzie, as Edgar Hateen called it, was the first front-engine snowmobile produced in the United States. The 1967 Panther may be the single most innovative sled of all time. The first snowmobile to feature slide rail rear suspension, the Panther delivered a comfortable ride the sport had never before experienced. The Panther was also one of the first sleds to feature a rubber track. And most important for brand diehards, it was the first Arctic Cat to be painted black. Year in and year out, Arctic Cat delivered exciting new innovations and models.
Like the Arctic Spirit Fan Cool 500cc engine, like putting the 7-gallon gas tank in the middle, removing the rear tank and making that comfortable seat longer and even more comfortable, so you can get out and ride all day, and then some.
But 1978 brought another showstopper with the introduction of the LT Gray 5000 and 6000, air-cooled and liquid-cooled rockets that were said to be the fastest in their day.
Arctic Cat was first with almost every major innovation in snowmobile technology. And the rest of the world is still scrambling to keep up. Arctic Cat, it's black magic.
The next world's fastest snowmobile was the 1988 Wildcat 650, the biggest, baddest cat of its time. The Wildcat dominated racing circuits with eye-popping speed and handling. Just when it seemed there would never be another machine as dominant as the Wildcat, along came the ZR, one of the best-selling sleds of all time. The ZR's amazing chassis and suspension handled like no other, and its domination at the track was equally groundbreaking. In 2005, Arctic Cat introduced a new chassis designed specifically for mountain riding. The first mountain sled to be named Snowgoer's Sled of the Year, the M-Series became an instant hit for its expert-grade mountain riding design. And finally, for 2012, we introduced the next species of cat, the next great Arctic Cats, the Pro Cross and the Pro Climb. The next legends are ready to ride. 50 years. Like everything else at Arctic Cat, it goes really fast. Arctic Cat, share our passion.